It's halftime, so must be video time. So let's talk about some Disney and Star Wars and things like that. Let's go. Yes, you can hear the birds over here. They're being very chirpy and nervous because here on my desk today, as you can see by this tail right here, there's a cat. So, and the cat who likes to chew things, so we need to move the things so the cat doesn't chew things. Cat. Cats love headphones and earbuds. This is Bones Jackson. Jackson because we had another cat named Cubby Jackson who our neighbors killed with rat poison, and Bones because of Bones McCoy. Doctor, because of Star Trek. Okay, cat. But we're not here to talk about Star Trek. We're here to talk about some Star Wars. And I get all the time on my phone, you have one of these phones and you swipe to the side and I get news feeds and things all on my phone. And the other day, lo and behold, I saw a story that hyper interested me, which is this one I'm bringing up right now, which is Knott's Berry Farm reports record attendance after Disneyland opened Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. So people evidently are not going to Disneyland anymore, and they're going to Knott's Berry Farm. They're driving the 5-10 miles up the road to Knott's Berry Farm. So let's look at this article and see what it says in here. So Disneyland saw a drop in attendance after the long-awaited Galaxy's Edge. Well, we all know kind of why that is. I mean, the first initial crowds that came in were probably YouTubers, hyper excited people who had to go and see it and had to go see what it was. And then quickly the word got out. This is garbage. This has nothing to do with Star Wars. This is something that we don't recognize. This is not something that we want to do. I can't even buy a freaking Darth Vader t-shirt. Why would I go there? Okay. So, in spite of the May debut of Galaxy's Edge, Knott's Berry Farm is once again on pace to have a record attendance. According to officials at Cedar Fair, the parent company of the Buena Park theme park, says yes, Knott's is off to its best season start ever, and we're well on our way to a record year. Disney officials said in August, light summer crowds at Disneyland following the opening of the $1 billion, how does that feel in your wallet now, Disney, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge themed land, in a 3% decline in attendance. Now, that's not a lot, but they had just geared up for huge crowds because of Galaxy's Edge. They geared up for the holidays and things like that, and there were temporary layoffs and kind of reduction in staff and all of that during this time after Galaxy's Edge opened because build it, they will come evidently didn't happen. Okay, so they go on to say, that season pass sales for 2020 at Cedar Rapids, at the Cedar Fair Park, are up by 50%. I wonder how many of those, I have a cat foot right here. Okay, you can put your foot down, cat. I wonder how many of those are like boycotting, are like people who are abandoning ship from Disneyland. I mean, I'm going to go through, next, I'm going to go through something that's kind of obvious here right now. Let's go to Disneyland. We'll pick the lightest day that we have for a theme park ticket, which is the lighter blue. They don't have any of the value, low-end 104 tickets available right now because we're getting into the, more holiday high season, and those tickets go away. If you want to just go to one park, it's $129. If you want to go to both parks, park hop, it's $179. But we're going to do a one park comparison. Okay, so if I come over here to Knott's Berry Farm and I say I just need one park ticket, and we're going to go one park ticket, we're going to go continue, and then we're going to pick the most expensive day that I can find, which is Saturday, and that ticket price is $53. So that's less than half of what Disney's tickets are. Less than half. So are there as many rides? Is there as good of theming? it's going to be, a balance. You got to decide, right? Do we want the full theming? Do we want all this for, Disneyland that you love to go to? I mean, I'm a Disney, annual pass holder. I have my little AP holiday theme. I wonder if they're going to make one for Christmas. That would be pretty cool. Have Christmas, and then there's, the regular ones for the Disneyland, and I even have a Walt Disney World one. So I could plaster the back of my car with these things. So that's that. So let's do some comparison. Let's go to a season pass. Continue shopping. Here we go. So a regular pass, which is their lowest pass. Okay, well let's be crazy. Let's go with the highest pass, right? So this says here, if I continue, season pass, new season pass. Okay, continue. And there's no, you can put your street address and everything in. Okay, we gotta go back. Back. Okay. So season pass is $202. So this information says new pass holders, initial payment $26, easy payments $19.50, $202. That's the highest pass that you can get, which includes free parking, unlimited 2020 Knott Soak City visits, 2020 one free 2019 visit. So they do theirs by year, so you'd have to buy it for the 2020 season instead of just having your own anniversary date. So that's a little bit different. Easy ride access, food and merchandise discounts, bring a friend discounts. Okay, that's $202. Okay, so let's go to park tickets. Let's go to annual passports here at Disneyland. Okay, so annual passports. Okay, so the cheapest, the least expensive, the Disney Southern California Select Passport, which is, I mean, there's a ton of blackout dates. Blackout dates apply by, okay, let's see how many blackout dates this one has. So yes, that's fine. Okay, Southern California Select. We'll go with both parks. Okay, so green, you're good to go. Everything else, you're blacked out. So you're pretty much screwed wanting to go on a weekend or any holiday or anything like that. This over here does not say no blackout dates. There's no time when you cannot go. Okay, and that's so. And already, this Disney Pass is almost $200 more, almost double the price for the lowest pass. $399 here, $202 here, so almost double. Of course, then there's the Disney Flex Pass. I haven't heard anything about how the Flex Pass is working, whether your reservations that you have to get ahead of time to get into the park. I'll have to look up some of that and see if people are being able to get reservations or if they run out really quick on weekends and things like that. I wouldn't think, but as many people as have that pass, we'd have to see. Doesn't include parking. And then we have the Deluxe, which also has blackout days. Then we have the Signature and the Signature Plus. Right now we have the Signature Plus, which is, basically burning a hole in my bank account every month. But it is nice to have all of the stuff. Max Pass, all the photos, 15% off. Dining, 20% off merchandise, and all your parking included, because that's $20 or something now, which is crazy. I don't know what's well, that's free parking. How much is parking at here? It's $20 for a car parking, $25 for RV. So parking is a wash. Parking is the same, unless you have the annual pass. Then high annual pass, then parking is included. So the high Disney, I mean, you can't even compare, right? The high Disney pass to the high Knott's Berry Farm Pass. I mean, $200 to $1,400 is not even a comparison. I mean, I go back and I look at when we started really getting passes, which was to Disneyland, which was about 10 or 12 years ago, and we were paying $319. I think was the first ones that we bought. So has inflation raised at a rate that would cause that same pass to be $1,400? No, it is not. So Disney has outpaced inflation by 400%, 500%, and is still expecting people to buy the passes and go. And they say that they're raising prices just to hold down park attendance, where they could do it for everybody, where you have to get a reservation to go, and that would take care of park attendance, right? That would be done. They do that in other parks, I think in Shanghai and Hong Kong and stuff. You have to have a reservation for the day that you want to go. You can't just show up and get into the park, as far as I know, unless there are tickets available, slots still available for that day. I'm sure they have some kind of walk-up thing, but still, why are people going to Knott's Berry Farm? A similar fun adventure for your family. And I mean, now we're talking, okay, family of 4 buying a platinum pass for a family of 4 is only $800. Okay. Family of 4 buying Disney Signature Plus is close to $7,000. So even a family of 4 passes at Knott's Berry Farm is still less than 1 pass at Disneyland. So I think they're definitely pricing themselves out, especially for what they're putting into some of the lands. Nobody really wants Star Wars that they got. They want Star Wars. They want classic Star Wars. If they would have done, if they would have renamed the one side where the Falcon is to Mos Eisley, and done Mos Eisley themed things, and then the other side, done it to some other classic land from the original movies. Even had a separate little desert area that you could call Tatooine and have, different things, that would have been, that goes along with Mos Eisley and everything else, a little Tatooine area. Then you have another, Yavin or some other thing, and then have a big city that can be, something else for the, the Empire type thing. I mean, you could have had all of this. This could all have been there, and people would have, went wow and wanted to go. But the new ride that's opening, Rise of the Resistance, it's not classic Star Wars. It's part of the failed trilogy that Disney tried to produce. So, I mean, let's look at the movies that Disney has done and how it's been for fans, right? The Force Awakens. Okay, I would buy it as a good start. If you're going to do something afterwards, that's going to be good, right? Rogue One, I don't know why they made that. They were just trying to fill in. They needed to make some money or something. I don't know. It's an okay movie. I think I've watched it twice, and then I'm done. The rewatchability is 0. The Force Awakens, I watched a couple of times, and The Last Jedi came out, and now all of that is rewatchability is 0. So you're killing yourself. You're shooting yourself in the foot. Solo, I watched it solo one time on Netflix or whatever, some other streaming thing, because I wasn't going to pay any money to go see it in the theater, and I thought it was one of the dumbest movies I've ever seen. It was like, dumbest movie I've ever seen is The Last Jedi. The next dumbest was Solo. So, and I see no hope for, this Episode 9 Rise of Skywalker thing, that, and now we have, Rian Johnson's trilogy possibly gone. We have the other trilogy probably gone. We have them scrambling, finding, what are we going to do? There's no leadership. And now Kevin Feige might be coming over making movies. We have Jon Favreau making. What is this telling you, right? What is this really telling us? Somewhere in Disney, they sat down and they had a vote of no confidence on Kathleen Kennedy. Now we have Feige coming over saying, I can make movies. Let me do it. Let me take over. And then we have Jon Favreau. I'll handle a lot of the TV shows, and I'll, be able to do some of those and get those up to par, because he's done amazingly well with Marvel. So they're taking a lot of the Marvel leadership and they're kind of moving it over to Star Wars and kind of pushing, the other parts of Star Wars that are no good, aka Kathleen Kennedy, out of the picture. And eventually they're going to have to realize that we have this land here. We're going to close it down for 3 months. We're going to reskin it with classic Star Wars theming, rename everything, put everything back to, make some changes to it, make some different, things so that we get the classic back into it, and then reopen it again. And I would bet that you have Darth Vader walking around there. You sell regular t-shirts, regular pins, not the crap that they have in there, little wood toys that look like the Millennium Falcon. Nobody wants that. I don't see anybody buying those. The other store at over near the other Star Wars rides outside of the park in Tomorrowland, that place is packed. They're selling lightsabers, they're selling t-shirts, they're selling coffee mugs, they're selling ear hats, they're selling everything right from there. But in here, I don't usually see anybody buying anything, especially for the prices that they want for them and everything else. So it's no wonder that, attendance is down at Disneyland, and attendance is on record pace at Knott's Berry Farm. People know value, and they're understanding that if you start charging too much and not creating the things that you want, people are going to leave. People are going to walk. They're going to go somewhere else. All right, well, that's my rant for today. The game is back on, so halftime's over, so I'm going to switch back to the Chargers-Raiders game, was what was on right now, Thursday Night Football. We'll see how this game goes. But that's just kind of my thoughts. This article that came up just really hit me. It's like, wow, Disney needs to make note of what's going on and where people are going for their theme park, entertainment. Right? All right. So thanks for watching this. Like, share, subscribe, because YouTube doesn't really pay attention to us small channels. So that would help me out a lot. And take care.